Wait, whoa, stop. Guys, we can't afford that music license. What do you think we are, Family Guy? Today we are talking about everybody's favorite bird in Hearthstone, the Everburning Phoenix, and there has been a lot of conversation surrounding this deck in particular, and we are going to break down all of the win conditions that this deck has, because you are going to see a couple of these win conditions throughout the video. Some of them are going to be better than others, while other ones, I couldn't get that good of a clip with this deck, because what it really does is that it just has one big turn, it summons giants, and it just wins the game that way. And everything else just kinda, it's a little bit of flavor that can maybe beat, you know, slower matchups. Maybe you want something that's just better to kill your opponent quickly. We're going to take a look at what exactly is known as Cycle Rogue, but HSReplay does that thing it does yet again, where if you look at the decks, you're not seeing Cycle Rogue anywhere in this list, but you are going to note that there is Core Rogue, and that is what HSReplay has as Cycle Rogue right now. It is, for some reason, listed as Core Rogue, and it is not doing very well in the meta, but this is one of those decks to where a typical Hearthstone player is not going to be able to pilot this deck successfully. And even if we decide to look at top 1000 legend, you're not noticing this deck anywhere except yet again being at tier 4. So the only thing that this data is really telling us is that the deck is not as powerful as a lot of people think it is, but it is extremely popular, and I completely understand the reason why it's popular, because this is just one of those classic rogue decks that is very fun to pop off the combo because it takes a little bit of skill expression in order to do it consistently. So we are going to be taking a look at all of the decks that are popular with this Core Rogue, as they call it, because it seems to be that the most consistent and most popular win condition, at least in my opinion, is the academic espionage that is in this deck, or the agency espionage that is in this deck. I apologize. There's a list that is running around with Prize Vendor, and we will be taking a look at specific lists in this video, but right now I want to show you guys the win conditions of this deck to really show you how unhinged some people have been. So originally the deck was all in on just running the Giants combo and having one copy of Agency Espionage, because you draw through your deck as early as turn 5 with this deck, literally draw through the entire thing, and sometimes that one board that you generate is not enough to win the game, so you have to rely on a little bit of RNG in order to get over that hump, so that way you can win the game in spectacular fashion. Because the one thing that's great about Agency Espionage is that it actually is a very fun win condition. This is like the first time that I've ever seen this card even be put into a deck, let alone be put into a popular deck, and it does have its purposes, and you will see some very sweet clips with this card coming up in the future. It really is just, you make do with what you have in the moment, and Agency Espionage also prevents you from taking fatigue, so it makes a lot of sense. However, there's a lot of different win conditions and experimentation that is happening with this deck, to where there's a version of the deck with Treasure Hunter Eudora, there's a version of this deck with Menagerie Mug for some reason, and then there is also a deck that is running Kil'Jaeden. Yeah, that's right, Kil'Jaeden's not exactly on this list here that we are noting, but Kil'Jaeden is actually a card that people are running in this deck. It is absolutely unhinged, to say the least, but you're not going to see the popular decks or the good decks run Kil'Jaeden. I am going to show you guys what the good lists are as soon as we are done with this data, but one thing that I want to tell you guys before we start looking at the different lists is just, what is the game plan of this deck? How do you actually win with it? Because I feel like a lot of people that are in Legend that are testing this deck for the very first time don't understand really how to play it. So this is what you want to do. In order to be successful with this deck, the only things that you want to keep in the mulligan are going to be cards that have the word draw in them. You want your Dubious Purchase, you want your Twisted Webweavers, you want the Eat the Imp, and you want cards like Dig for Treasure. Now, this list right here doesn't show the newest iteration that is popular now with the Living Flame being in the deck, and you want a mulligan for that card as well, and the reason why it's very important is because with that card drawing you a fire card, you are only going to get a copy of Eat the Imp, and this is one of those decks to where you need one push of card draw in order to enable your combo by turn 4, turn 5, so that way you can do a whole bunch of card draw in order to get that giant on the field as quickly as possible. This is not usually one of those decks to where you want to play for curve and you want to play like your 1-drop into 2-drop, for example. No. The only thing that matters with this deck, literally as the name tells you, is to cycle through the deck. You need to draw your cards, because if you're playing for tempo, you are going to fall behind very quickly. So that would be my recommendation on how to mulligan with this deck, so that way you can maximize your potential and maximize your board as you are drawing through the deck. And one other thing to note is that even on HS Guru, it's not looking very good for Psycho Rogue. It's 4.6% of the Diamond through Legend meta, but it is only sitting at a 46%. And when you go up a lot higher into Legend, it is still not sitting at that high of a percent. In fact, the win rate goes down to a 44%, but has 6% popularity. And then even at top Legend, the numbers still keep going down as the popularity still keeps going up. So again, this is just one of those archetypes that has a lot of people's attention right now, because 1, it's very skill expressive, 2, it does have a little bit of finesse, and 3, this is just a fun archetype. And I'll explain here in a second why I enjoy decks like this after we actually go through the deck lists. So I have 4 different decks that I'm going to be showing you guys that I would recommend if you are trying to play this deck, but only one of them is really that good if you want to play the deck to win, while the other 3 are more so just, you know, choose your win condition, choose how you would rather decide to win the game, or if there's like a particular matchup that you really want to bully, then maybe you can consider some of these other ones that really don't make a lot of sense. But let's start with what I believe is the best version of this deck, which is right here. You have 1 copy of Living Flame in the deck in order to draw your Eat the Imps, and you also have Prize Vendor, so that way you never have to use the excuse that I didn't draw enough cards in this deck. Originally, I was very I guess just off-put. I was very off-put by the fact that Prize Vendor was in here, because I'm like, why do we care about this card? And it really is as simple as I want to draw my deck and I want to have good curve in case I don't get my prep dubious purchase. If I don't have Eat the Imp ready to go to just draw a bunch of cards early on, because some of the time with this particular deck, you are going to use your first copy of Eat the Imp on turn 2 or turn 3 in order to eat a 1-drop, a Wisp, or maybe even a Shadow Step Dominion, so that way you can just cycle through the deck. That's why Living Flame is in here, because starting your game with one of these to draw your cards and then do your big draw combo is super important. But how exactly do you do that gigantic draw combo? It is all within the power of Twisted Webweaver. And this is where the bird actually becomes a very important part of the deck. So the way that this deck works is that you want to try and have at least one, if you are drawing massively through the deck, you can have 2 of your Twisted Webweavers on the field. You play your Everburning Phoenix for 0 mana, and then you use cards like Backstab or Eat the Imp in order to kill the Everburning Phoenix, or you can use Shadow Step obviously in order to bring it back. So that way, every single time you play this Phoenix, you get an additional 1 to 2 cards drawn. Now, originally we were running cards like Manager, not only in order to give ourselves a coin and give us more cards to discount the Phoenix, but you could use this to kill the Phoenix in order to bring it back and then play it again and get more card draw out of it. But this is a little bit of an unoptimized strategy because there's already plenty of ways of bouncing the Phoenix over and over again. So usually this card just felt like a dead card and didn't help you draw through the deck in order to do your main win condition. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, is that there have been a lot of really goofy, really weird cards that have been in the deck, and now we are finally realizing that the only thing that really matters with this deck is drawing cards. That's the only thing that really matters. So after you do your Twisted Webweaver and you are doing your gigantic Phoenix turn, you're going to draw all the way through the deck, and as you are playing the bird over and over and over again, you will hopefully have the card draw possible to play your giants for 0 mana, and then if that is still not enough, you do have the Agency Espionage in order to end the game. Is Maestra hero card ever going to make an impact? Probably not unless you roll like a 6 mana card, and that's the reason why a lot of decks that are centered around the Maestra interaction don't really seem to work that well because, well, this card's 5 mana, and then sometimes you get a hero card that literally is not playable because if you hit a 9 mana hero card, you're probably not gonna win the game by turn 9 if you're at that point already. So yeah, Maestra's not really that good. Espionage gives you that last kick in order to get that last bit of damage that you need every now and again, but this is just a really fun card. But what if I am somebody that doesn't want to run this agency espionage and wants to actually just kill my opponent as I am drawing through my deck? And that is where the Blood Mage Thalnos comes into play. Instead of running an agency, you can just run a Blood Mage Thalnos and you can kill your opponent with improved spell damage and asteroids. But I have some bad news for you. I believe that this version of the deck right here with the Blood Mage is actually the worst version of this deck, even though you do have an extra Web of Deception in order to bounce your Moonstone Mauler and get as many asteroids in the deck. The honest to God truth with this deck is that as you are playing your Maulers, you are going to actively draw through your deck. Therefore, you're going to pull the asteroids out of your deck, and then by the time that you play your Blood Mage, you just don't have enough damage, you just don't have enough asteroids, and the board is in too awkward of a position for you to really start to OTK your opponent. Because the only realistic way that you can use Blood Mage and the asteroids to win the game is by waiting until the very end after you've decked out, then play your asteroids, then play your Blood Mage, and then start drawing cards in order to win the game, and that is just way too many specific ways that these cards have to be played to be useful enough. So if you want my honest opinion, the Blood Mage deck is probably the highest skill version of this deck, but if you want my honest opinion, it's just not worth running because 1, it's not nearly as fun, and 2, it's not nearly as consistent. Now this version of the deck I don't believe is consistent at all, but I mean, what do you want from me, guys? If the deck's got Kil'Jaeden and Ceaseless Expanse, I feel like you guys want me to talk about this deck a little bit. And I will go ahead and spoil the game clips coming up ahead. This portal doesn't matter. I don't understand the reason behind this. Like, you can put Kil'Jaeden to prevent your fatigue, but it's like, are the demons ever going to make a difference? Are the demons ever going to win the game? I really don't think so. And it's like, agency is just better. Agency is just better in every single way. I am literally trying to come up with an explanation that really explains what matchup or what deck this could be good into, but honestly, I have nothing. The only way that I can see to utilize Kil'Jaeden to its absolute, to its peak is to do the Kil'Jaeden combo while you are still drawing through the deck, because the last thing that you want to do is to deck out, play Kil'Jaeden, and then just start drawing one card at a time, because those demons are never going to win the game. So the only way that I can even begin to envision that this card starts winning games is you play Kil'Jaeden and then you have a big draw turn, you have a bunch of demons in hand, then you can use the Ceaseless Expanse because it takes a lot to discount this card from 125 with this particular deck. You can then play the Ceaseless, maybe bounce it a couple of times, and then win the game with your big demons. But all of that is counter synergistic to winning the game by turn 4 or turn 5, which is why Kil'Jaeden just doesn't make any sense in this deck. But Hearthstone players, they don't work off of logic, they work off of what's fun, and I have to admit, it was fun playing this card in the deck. Now, the last version of this deck was actually a version that someone managed to go 12 wins in the recent Tavern Brawl, and that is the only reason why I'm even giving this deck any spotlight, because for some reason, Menagerie Jug is in here. Why would this card ever be in here? Well, let's take a look. Space Rock Collector, Draenei, Glacial Shard, Elemental. We're even running the Living Flame, which is also an Elemental. The Everburning Phoenix is also an Elemental, not a beast, by the way. Your Giants are mechs. There you go. I mean, apparently people think that running Menagerie Jug is a good idea because it means that if you play for tempo and if you don't have your gigantic draw turn and you do play your Phoenixes, you could still just play for tempo, play this, get a +9/+9, and maybe win the game. How likely is this to happen? I really don't think it's that consistent because when I was playing this deck, The Menagerie Jug just kind of felt like the Kil'Jaeden, you know, where it's just kind of sitting in the deck as I'm doing the main win condition. But the only difference between Kil'Jaeden and Mug is that if you're going up against another deck that is actively removing your threats, and then you have 3 minions that survive, then yeah, that is just an additional 9 damage. So there is some justification behind this card, but if you want my honest opinion, you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. Like, this is just good enough, and I believe the first deck is exactly what you want, where you are going to draw your deck, you're going to play your giants, and if your opponent can deal with that, then you can rely on the espionage. But there you guys have it. This deck guide was a lot more intensive because there's a lot more to talk about with this particular archetype, as well as the common questions of how do you play the deck. So if you are really still confused about how to pilot this deck, I really think all you need to do is just watch a couple of games and really pay attention to why I am drawing cards and how I am cycling through my combo, because it really is not that difficult as long as you are aware of a couple of things. Number 1, draw your cards as quickly as possible so that way you have a lot of cards in your hand. Do not YOLO your Webweaver because it is very important that you keep that thing alive. Don't be afraid to shadow step it in case you have like a situation where you play the Webweaver, you draw a couple of cards. It's still not quite enough, but you can shadow step it or play the Web of Deception or to bring the spider back and then start your draw turn again next turn. There's a lot of ways to become better with this deck, and that is why I actually enjoy it. It is a deck that really forces you to understand your game plan, and if you do it suboptimally, you will throw games and you will just lose because you're not thinking about everything that is possible with this deck. I love decks like this existing, however, it is probably going to get nerfed because the play pattern of it isn't exactly healthy. But I'm happy that this deck exists. I'm happy that I have some clips to share with you guys. And if you like this kind of content and if you want to see the fun side of Hearthstone, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you would like to support us directly, go ahead and check out that Patreon. But oh my god, I have spent too much time talking and doing the bird dance. Now I am going to show you guys the true power of Bird Cycle Rogue. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. Am I pucking flushes again? No, not today. Today we're playing Zakali Firemancer and Phoenix decks. There might have been an argument to keep the Dubious, but I don't like the idea of keeping 4 mana draw without prep and off the coin. Insidious would be good in this deck? No, too slow. You draw your deck out by like turn 5. Wait, what? Draenei Paladin? I'm scared about the next expansion with potential return of quests. I feel like as long as they don't make if they make the quests like the original Ungoro and less like Stormwind, we'll be fine. Where it's like getting like a Ragnaros hero power, or getting like a Galvadon, or getting, you know, something like that is infinitely better than Stormwind quest lines. I want Adapt back. There's a very good chance that Adapt comes back with Ungoro 2 being the next expansion. So I would say just be patient. They're gonna put quests in? There's a possibility. I don't think they've teased any of the mechanics that are happening in Ungoro 2, but we know that Ungoro 2 is the theme of the next expansion. Okay, starting to wish I kept the good card, the draw 3. We do? Yes. We know we know that it's confirmed. Ooh, random secrets? Wait a minute. And maybe that's when they introduce the reason why they put Twist into the game. They're just gonna make Twist into, you know, a time mode, and you can just go back and enjoy any meta that you wanted. Like, I really feel like that's the way to make Twist good. You just make it a timeless format to where anyone can play any Hearthstone deck that was available at any point, at any time in the game's history. Yeah, it's a Menagerie Paladin all the way. If I increase the cost of the amalgam, he loses. Crummy set means more dragons, Zarimi gotta go.
Which rogue deck of the meta right now has the highest skill ceiling, but also performs the best against the other classes? The one that we're playing right now. I would say that if you want to play the good version of this deck, this is the good version of the deck right here. 1 copy of Living Flame, double Prize Vendor to draw through the deck. If Clark loses to Amalgam Paladin, I'm gonna laugh so hard. I mean, dude, look at my hand right now, bro. It's less about losing the game and more about like losing, like if I were to throw against this deck, that's one thing, but it's like, look at how bad my hand is. When you start the game with Academic Espionage, your win rate is 30%, dude. Like, if you were betting money against me, or if you were betting money right now, you'd be betting against me instead of betting for me. At least with this current fucking hand. Oh. Oh, mama, we're back in it. We are back in the driver's seat. All right. I think we're winning now. He is trying really hard to buff this Amalgam up, huh? It's usually not a good idea to do this, but because I have this and because my spiders are most likely going to stick, I will draw these 1-mana cards. He's giving me all the board space to work with now. And he feels like he has to get rid of the giant, which makes sense. All right, hold on. How crazy is this turn about to be? Yo. Should have attacked with the spiders. That was the only misplay that I made here. Should have attacked with the spiders, but I think we're still getting there for sure, though. Like, what other nonsense is available in my deck is the big question here. That is a lot of lifesteal. Okay.
What separates dreams from madness?
I might even like Shadow Step the Huffer, dude. I hope it's everything that you need it to be.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Rip Libram because you can't draw the Libram turn. Oh, you can't draw the weapon turn 3. You're basically not playing the deck. Yeah, that's the thing I really dislike about mechanics like that. I really don't like it when the deck needs the weapon on 3 or needs the weapon on 4 in this case. What I love about this deck, your opponent has no idea what to play around. Whoa, what? Brother, what a dragon. Ah! Dude, I'm like, the Briar Sprawn drakes have been all over the place today. Good lord. This hand looks pretty good. Just test it out. I already know this deck is good enough, and that first deck is the best one. That has the best stats behind it. Do we have a deck code? I'm playing 4 different iterations of this deck. I would say just wait a day or 2. Because I'm gonna have a video that talks about the different versions of this deck.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh shit, I'm queued against you, my B. Nah, dude, just play the game. Just play the game. You wanted to play a game, right? Well, let's play a game. The owl deck is good. Oh, is the video posted? Is the video finally posted? Yes! Cause now people are playing it on ladder. You're like the second person to tell me that Owl Druid is being played on ladder now. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Wait, what? Starship Demon Hunter? Starship, what is going on here, bro? Starship Demon Hunter? Or just have to go in on turn 4 and hope that it's enough. Or maybe I played Dubious beforehand. I might need to play Dubious beforehand, but then again, it's supposed to be at 9 cards. Full-blown tempo Starship Demon Hunter. Maybe I could have gotten away with going double Webweaver this turn. Wish I didn't need to play the Wisp here. In fact, actually, it might have just been return the Wisp instead. Oh, I lost the Phoenix. Oh, I should have traded into this beforehand, maybe. So I kind of messed up here, but the power of rocks, dude. Oh, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Boom. If only I had the blood mages, dude. Like, that just would have been, like, god damn, man. I don't know. I really like the list with the webs. And now we could just go Blood Mage, Mauler into Prep Dubious, and it's just GG, bro. Like, all I did was just shadow step the Mauler, I think. I just kept bouncing the Mauler. What is Big Game Hunter? What? Wait, did he trade a Big Game Hunter earlier and I missed it? What is bro cooking? Is he running the starships for, like, tempo to hide something much more threatening? Is that what's going on here? Well, as of right now, I don't have lethal, I don't think. Wait, what am I talking about? No, this is turbo lethal. Wait, no, please don't tell me this is gonna miss. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. You didn't get to see it there? Yeah, you're cooking something because you got your Sarah. I feel like this is an Octazari deck. This is screaming Octazari. You think I didn't consider something like this where I play BGH on my own Octazari? You think I don't understand what you're doing? I seriously consider bringing Psycho Rogue. A lot of people did, and then you just realized that it was too risky. Because of what's literally happening right now. We started off super strong, but when this deck fails, you have no comeback. Alright, see you later, Mateo. Thanks for hanging out. I keep drawing the Maulers, bro. The Mauler twins just never go away. I don't think I care about stepping the Mauler here. I don't know, dude. I'm starting to feel like I should cut, like, O Manager for the Phoenix or something. Because if I had the Phoenix here, it'd be infinitely better.
Here we go.
I think next turn we try to go for it. Relying off one draw is a little weak, but if we rely on like 2 or 3, we can maybe get that one card that ramps us up. Yeah, I like the idea of cutting the O Managers for something else here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Now I technically didn't summon the spider myself. Oh, well, I guess it works out in the end.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection. Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
You just have to do it this way. I was originally gonna bring this back to my hand, but I guess I still can.
Here we go.
Alright, sad we couldn't get the giant value, but this still works. Maybe we just go boom into boom, and then we just kill Jaden and see what happens, but I feel like I need card draw before I get to that point. Like, I at least need to get, like, an Eat the Imp or something, right? Get another, like, Dubious or something before I play Kil'Jaeden. Because I can't just do this and YOLO one card every turn. That's not going to win the game.
Inside voices, please.
Wow, silencing he's got a silence. What an asshole. He's running silence cards? All right, now you're just gonna get bombed. I might even just I might just play Kil'Jaeden as a 7/7. What major government agency are you hiding from? The NSA, the FBI, the HOA, as well as the KFC. You don't want to know why the KFC is after me. I haven't played a Wisp yet. This is not how I thought I would play Kil'Jaeden. Yeah, I pissed off the Colonel one too many times. I mean, look at what I'm doing here. I play Kil'Jaeden with no cards in my hand. I have literally done everything I tell you guys not to do.
Spectacular.
Hope for no Sleet Skater. I feel like if he had Sleet Skater, he would have played it last turn, right? The fun Clark has returned. Welcome back to the light. Some people would call this the darkness, Warshak. Or at least, like, you know, like the red flags and seeing red. Because our win rate is always in the red. See in the deep dumpster? Oh, no, dude. I ain't gonna be in the dumpster. I'm still gonna maintain a high rank. You think I'm gonna have a 10-star bonus at the end of the season? I'm not gonna be that bad. Like, this is actually bullying if you think about it.
Watch your back.
If you're not in the red, then you've got red in your eyes? I mean, is that because I'm angry or is that because I'm high? I can't tell which one it is. Maybe it's a little both. It's both. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. You guys could see the wink behind the glasses, right? All right, sweet. Good man. Oh, an enraged joke. Okay, I get it now. Sadly, I haven't played enough Warcraft in order to get the jokes like that. I need to play more. It's actually kind of funny because, like, I think it was Sayaka. Sayaka hit me up being like, "Yo, Curly and I are thinking about playing World of Warcraft. Do you have any recommendations?" And I'm like, "Bro, like, I've only played retail." Like, I think they were asking me about Classic or something, and it's like, bro, I'm like the worst person to ask. I don't know anything about this. And honestly, you want to see something genius? Lynn said we were playing this week, dude. If we're playing, I've heard nothing about that. If we're playing, I literally have zero idea.
Too soon.
Hold on a minute. Did I put something in the Discord? Yeah, bro. There's been nothing since I told everybody like when playoffs were. Oh, yes, keep it coming, dude. They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Come on, give me a backstab, give me a... Yes! Oh my god, it's turn 3, 8/8s! If this is fast enough, come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Give me 8/8s! Oh, dude. I mean, what's even the point in putting Kil'Jaeden in this deck? Like, serious. I'm never gonna play it. I'm never gonna reach turn 7. Well, that deserves a screenshot. Yep. I drew more than 20 cards by turn 3. I definitely won't be able to do anything this Sunday, though. I mean, there you go, dude. Like, Like, there you go. What do you want me to say? I want to puke? Dude, I puked a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was, ugh. The Shadow Step top deck into the backstab, like, good lord. That guy uninstalled, great Clark. One less YouTube viewer. No, we have one more YouTube viewer, but one less player in the game, and that's the problem. People don't want to watch anyone. No one wants to play this game anymore. They'd rather watch someone else play it. Hold on. If this is a Blood DK, or a Starship DK, maybe we're fine. Keep double doob. I found the clip of what you said at KFC, and now the Colonel, and why the Colonel wants you now? No, don't release this information. The public can't handle the truth. Jamie Oliver wasn't supposed to give that speech. Because Jamie Oliver gave his speech to the UN today, Eric. He wasn't supposed. Oh, come on! You know what? Hold on. Now he's just a 7-7. Yeah, turn 2 7-7. I just win the game now. I think I found out the reason why Kil'Jaeden's in the deck, guys. It's not about the portal. It's never been about the portal. It's all about baiting the dirty rat. I mean, he did exactly what he wanted, right? He wanted to hit Kil'Jaeden, right? Isn't that exactly what you wanted here, sir? Do I ever just shadow step it? I just say I get my 14 damage, I shadow step it, because like there's no way he's surviving the next turn, right? I mean, he could, that's the thing. But it's not gonna win. Alright, well. Probably should have played this instead of daggering, actually. Yeah, I 100% should have played this just to get it out of hand. But next turn I'll do this, draw some cards. I can kill Jaden on 5. I don't know if I want to kill Jaden on 5, though. I want to at least draw through my deck a little bit. Like, the idea being I summon the 8/8s, I have Webweaver plus maybe, like, the Phoenix, and then I can kill Jaden and then draw into more demons. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of missing the 7/7, just smacking him in the face now. He was thriving. I mean, if he's Starship, he has Suffocate. Hero Power into second Infested Breath would have cleared as well. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do this. Like, I need a win with Kil'Jaeden. Maybe bouncing him was wrong. Especially in hindsight of seeing what this guy's playing. Like, he's also got, like, Ysera in the... I have no idea what's going on here. It's better to do it this way first. Really wish I played this thing sooner. One card away. All right, I have an idea for next turn. Ham buff? I mean, ham buff doesn't run Ysera. And if it does, then that's weird. Yeah, there it is. All right, you guys ready? I wonder how this works, if it makes the portal first or if it draws the card first. Oh wait, I didn't play the Kil'Jaeden, so if I do this, I'm not gonna have the Giants available yet. I actually probably should have played this instead. Same time, this Mauler's not really gonna matter unless I draw it immediately. Yeah, damn it, dude. I fucked up. I thought I was supposed to do this. Oh god, hold on. Ceaseless is gonna end up in this deck. Dude, the Ceaseless is terrible in this deck, dude. Like, do you notice how we're playing Kil'Jaeden and Ceaseless? Like, Ceaseless is horrible in this list. I literally ended a game by turn 3. Last game. The Ceaseless is like, the catching so many strays right now. Yo, what's going on, Ulticon? I think I might have thrown this game by stepping the Kil'Jaeden too soon. Yes! Yeah, thank you, Portal. I much rather would have had the minion, like, I probably would have won the game if I just let him smack face. The Portal is, like, I don't understand the Portal. I just don't get it. This late game is terrible. It is, like, I agree with you. I'm playing this not because I think it's good, but because I wanted to test it. Because it just doesn't make sense to me, and well, yeah. Yeah, Agency is eternally better. We're playing all the versions on the deck right now. I mean, do I still just win because of the 8/8s? Oh my dear god, wait a minute. That's 4 per suck, bro. Wait, no, that's 3 per suck. 1, 2. Oh my god, if he hits the 8/8, oh dude, this is a lot. What would the lowest card be in his hand?
Just keep quiet.
Threat to Despair?
My blood for the Lich King.
Foolish monk.
That's why I got the glasses on, so that way you can't see the tears rolling down my eyes right at the moment.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
So now I'm gonna be able to play Ceaseless. I don't know if we can come back, but let's find out. Aggro Tempo Fire Elemental Mage? No, I have not. I have not really messed with. That has charge! When Dirty Rat gives you tempo, take it. That's just really the well, wow. I wanted to do something cooler when I just should have rolled in the moment, dude. Winning on board, but Kil'Jaeden wasn't interesting enough to me. So, well, I guess we'll just take that loss. Big oof, dude. Yeah, the demons are so fucking bait.
Watch your back.
I was testing a list yesterday that was just all in on the combo, and oh my god, it was like one of the worst decks I've ever made. Going all in on the combo is just probably not the way to do it. Why is Maestra on the deck? Because you need it to play Eat the Imp. In order to eat that imp, you gotta invite Maestra over for dinner. Because she's the one with the recipe. Yeah, she's the one that brings the imps over to eat. And we are grateful for that. Okay, that's fine. Annoying, but fine. I guess I get to kill another rat. And now we got eat the imp plus this. Maybe it was just better to trade and get the card guaranteed, but still. What? Her milkshake bring all the imps to the yard. See, guys, it's the snake. Slippery little snake. This thing is technically a Draenei, right? I have full value from the mug this turn. If this board sticks. But I also just have the draw combo from the Webweaver, so it's like, why would I ever play the mug here? This deck lacks Kil'Jaeden for more value. But I have Eudora. We have all the value in the world. We're hunting treasure. You want more than treasure? You're out of your mind. You're gonna corrupt your soul with some demons with that kind of attitude if you keep that up. All right, we have a decision to make here. Do we play the mug to fuck around and find out? Because it is literally just 15 damage to the dome. I feel like it's a finisher card. We don't use it here. You see what I mean? Like, this is just infinitely better. There might have been an argument to Shadow Step a 1-3. No, I'm gonna win because of the jug. Oh, it's so close, dude. I don't think I need to do it again. But, I mean... the only time you're ever gonna see this jug be kinda good, I guess. And even then, it's still not even really that good. It's just, it's there. Let's do its job. So I got Eudora and I got Maestra, but at this point, like, who even cares about that? Like, we're just winning through tempo.
My hatred cannot be contained.
Okay. Okay. Dude! Dude! You fool. You're giving me extra... Wait, hold on. What have you done? That's not lethal right now, is it? Actually, wait. Oh my god! Dude, espionage is so cool. I have nothing else to say. That is nuts. It gave me layover into an AoE. Let's go, dude. Like, that has to be the most insane espionage I think we've seen. Holy hell. Oh my god.